Hello, it's me, Jazzy Mac, and let's get into our opportunity today for Pinterest. I also have a secondary opportunity for you that needs just to have something a little bit more flexible, like part-time. So I want to show you that opportunity as well. But the last time I posted this Pinterest opportunity, a lot of you slept on it and you didn't apply fast enough. And then you came back to me like, Jazzy, the opportunity is gone. And I'm like, duh, you didn't have your notifications turned on. You didn't apply in time. So what I need for you to do right now is to go ahead and hit the like button and hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and make sure you turn on your notifications because these jobs go fast. So let's go ahead and get into this Pinterest opportunity. I actually have multiple opportunities. I also have, like I said, a secondary bonus opportunity. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get into that opportunity first. So let's get into this First Advantage opportunity. Now, if you've never heard of First Advantage, I've talked about this in previous videos. They are basically a background screening company. So you may have already used them if you ever went through a background check. But they basically just verify information on applications. You know, they verify to make sure that you're who you say you are and that you've actually worked at the locations that you've listed on your job application. So that's what First Advantage does. So what they have is a verification specialist, and they basically just verify the educational and employment history to make sure that there aren't any discrepancies in it. They might do an outbound call every now and again, just to say, hey, we're calling from First Advantage to make sure that Sally Mae worked at your company. Can you confirm or deny, whether or not that is accurate? So that's going to be pretty much it. It's not really a phones position. It's going to be more like an administrative position. They do have this full-time position, but if we go back, we'll see that they've actually got a part-time position as well. So those of you that want to work part-time, you can totally do that. It's up to you if you want to apply for this position or the other one or both, but it doesn't really require you to have a whole lot of background experience with this type of stuff because yes, they will train you. So that's going to pretty much be the bulk of it. Again, these roles are fully remote. They also have benefits. So those of you that are like, hey, I need benefits. Well, here you go. It's right here in front of you. And again, this is not going to be heavy into making calls. You might have to do an outbound call every now and again. But your stuff is going to be related to, just verifying the information matches against what's also on a person's credit report. So you're not checking their credit, but you are just verifying that the stuff that's reported on their credit matches what they, kind of put on their application. So that's going to be it. Now let's hop back into this Pinterest opportunity because what I want to emphasize is a lot of you have come to me and said, Jazzy, I actually work with children. I do social work, or maybe you're a youth counselor at the YMCA. Maybe you're a teacher. Maybe you're some type of high school, instructor or college instructor. And a lot of you have said, I want to basically cross over and do something that is remote. This job is going to be your lifesaver. Okay. So the first job with Pinterest is going to be the Child Safety Senior Specialist. Okay. So it says we're looking for a resilient critical thinker to join the minor safety team. This role is going to be a part of the trust and safety function, and we will work on highly sensitive workflows related to abusive content, specifically child safety. Okay. So I would imagine that this role is going to be related to making sure that there's not inappropriate images of children on Pinterest. It says you're going to review potential child abuse material according to the law and Pinterest community guidelines. You'll investigate potential bad actors and identify new trends in unsafe behavior or content related to the sexualization of minors. So this is really great for those of you that, again, have worked in social work. Maybe you've worked in like child protective services. I don't know, maybe you've been like a child advocate. Maybe you just ran a daycare at some point, right? And you had to be responsible for making sure kids stayed safe, making sure that people couldn't just walk into your facility and snatch kids, just making sure children were protected. So this is going to be something that translates very well into this sort of work. So again, if you've ever worked with sensitive content review or moderation, even if it was like moderating a Facebook group or doing social media management, that also counts as moderation. This is going to be something that is pretty awesome for you to do. Don't believe people when they're like, oh, you're just going to watch bad videos all day long. Like, no, it's not that. There may be things that you'll have to review, but it's not just like them forcing you to like watch inappropriate videos all day long. So, but yeah, if you've got that, childcare experience, any type of, child advocacy experience, this is just going to be something that I think it's great. The pay itself is so good, up to $126,000. They're starting you at a minimum $84,000. Okay, that is life changing. And again, these numbers can go up depending on your experience and where you're also located. They also provide. There's bonuses that you can get. And I think that you can also possibly get like stock in the company. I can't remember. Don't quote me on that, but I know that you can get bonuses, or actually you do get stock in the company. Here it says this position is eligible for equity. So that's the first position, child safety specialist. We need people to keep our kids safe, right? And then the integrity analyst is going to be a very similar position. It's also a part of the trust and safety team. They're also responsible for what they say, keeping the bad actors off of Pinterest. Now, this one is going to analyze abuse trends and develop new signals to detect bad content or behavior. This is going to be more of like a technical, slightly engineering kind of role. So you're going to work with product managers, engineers, policy, and operations teams to come up with those sort of data and analytics. So this one's going to require that you have more of a technical background in nature and that you be proficient in SQL and possibly one programming language. If you're not proficient in like the programming language, I'm sure it's not a deal breaker. Just make sure you understand some kind of SQL. Now, because this is more of a technical position, it's not where you're sitting there watching videos or anything like that. It's more technical, running data, pulling ad hoc reports. You're probably going to do a lot of SQL sort of queries. This one's more technical in nature, so it pays more. It starts at 131. It goes up to almost 200,000. Okay. That is a buttload of money to make working from home, doing like data reports and that sort of thing. So again, if you've got any of that technical experience, even if you're just good at like building Excel tables and things like that, that is still considered data experience. So if you don't have SQL experience, I would go out and encourage you to like take a Udemy course, watch some YouTube videos, download some SQL software so that you can at least become familiar with running queries and executing queries, things of that nature. You want to at least say that you know what a query is if someone asks you about SQL. So that is going to do it for our work from home opportunities. Make sure you check these out because obviously they don't last forever. But let me know if you've got any questions down below in the description box. And oh my goodness, I totally forgot to shout some people out. I shouted some people out in the previous video, but I just wanted to go back because Y'all, I be looking over stuff sometimes. Like sometimes I don't even see some of these comments. So like this one, I just want to throw it back to this because she got a job at Amazon, work from home. And I had so many people saying, Amazon doesn't have work from home. And it's like, yes, they do. And they're still hiring. So Jazz said, I got hired. Thanks for putting this in my back pocket. She started back in February. And the role that she applied for was the customer support specialist role. So that last time I checked, that role was still hiring. Make sure that you apply for it. So congratulations to you. And then the Raspberry experience talked about getting hired with Enterprise as an account fleet coordinator. That was also a work from home position. She got offered the job back in March. So also make sure you check out Enterprise because Enterprise is still hiring for those same work from home opportunities. Okay. And then of course, Chanel back in March got a job working with Delta at home. That was the Delta remote position for the Delta Elite job. And that was back in March. Now, that job popped up again at the beginning of April and it went fast. So if I were you, I would be checking into these jobs because they come and go. But if you don't see it out there, it's not a big deal. They come, they go. Even if it gets filled, it might pop back up again in the next 2 weeks. Okay. So make sure that you are applying for these jobs, with Allstate. Vinci also started on March 27th. So places like that are still hiring. Again, Shiki also got a job at Enterprise. So I'm just so proud of all of you that like persevered through these different, job, sort of like pathways and stuff. I know it can take a long time sometimes, but it definitely pays off. Okay. So stay at it, stay grateful and practice, your gratitude, keep your energy levels high. Don't let anybody discourage you. Okay. Your change is coming. All right. So until the next time, I will see you in the next video. Bye.